We have an excellent article from Kyiv Post about the destruction of the Russian Kilo-class submarine, Rostov-on-Don. The destruction of the submarine by Ukraine using a Storm Shadow cruise missile once again highlighted the weapon's capabilities and the Black Sea Fleet's vulnerability. Ukraine's use of the UK provided Storm Shadow missile to successfully attack on Russia's Black Sea Fleet in its 13th ship repair plant shipyard in occupied Sevastopol on September 13th was hailed as both a technical and strategic success by Ukrainians. Not only did the attack effectively destroy two major naval vessels, the Rostov-on-Don submarine and the large landing ship Minsk, but also had a major strategic knock-on effect. By September 15th, Russia had moved the bulk of the Black Sea Fleet into open water, where they felt less vulnerable to Ukrainian missile attack. While the loss of the Minsk was certainly a blow to Russia, after all, it was the third large surface vessel Ukraine had destroyed. The impact of the submarine's destruction had even broader implications. In spite of claims by Russia's defense ministry that it intended to repair the Rostov-on-Don, photographs on social media of the damage inflicted showed that the submarine is unlikely to be restored, an assessment shared by the Oryx Monitoring Group and the UK's Ministry of Defence. The destruction of the submarine was particularly valuable, not only because it has removed a military asset from Russia's order of battle, but also for reasons of both morale and increased security. Ukraine currently lacks the ability to search for or destroy submerged submarines, either through its own ships or anti-submarine aircraft. The positioning of the Rostov-on-Don in dry dock was a window of opportunity that could not be missed. By all accounts, Ukrainian intelligence services used every available asset, including its own special forces, Crimean-based partisans, and even disgruntled Russian servicemen, to identify where and when to hit the target. On paper, the Black Sea Fleet has 6, now 5, Kilo-class submarines in its fleet, although some analysts suggest that only 4 may be operating at any one time. In any event, the loss of one of their submarines is a blow. The effect on morale works in two directions. For Ukrainians, the destruction of the vessel alone is noteworthy. But the fact that one of those responsible for firing Kaliber cruise missiles at Ukrainian cities has been removed is a considerable boost. For the members of the Black Sea Fleet, it must have a detrimental impact on their morale, as having lost 2 vessels in one strike exposes their vulnerability to missile attack and the poor decision-making of their leadership. Ukraine launches the Fire and Forget Storm Shadow missiles from its modified Sukhoi Su-24M NATO-designated Fencer aircraft. The missile was designed primarily as a bunker buster, using GPS, terrain mapping, and other sensors to deliver the 2-stage Bomb Royal Ordnance Augmented Charge broach warhead onto its target. On identifying a target, the warhead will be detonated at the optimum distance. The precursor-shaped charge produces a jet of molten metal which penetrates the outer surface of the target. In this case, it appears to have struck the submarine close to the bow, which is also where the vessel stores its torpedoes and the assortment of land and anti-ship missiles it normally carries. It seems that these must have been removed while the ship was being repaired, otherwise the Storm Shadow attack would have been even more devastating. Having cleared the way, the second part of the warhead, a 450-kilogram high-explosive charge, enters the target. How far it goes is governed by the time delay set and the obstacles it encounters on the way. Inside the submarine, it appears to have battered its way through at least 3 steel bulkheads before detonating in the area that houses the diesel generators to power the adjacent electrical motors that drive the submarine. The UK ministry said that removing the hulks of the Minsk and Rostov-on-Don from the dry dock would be a complex task that will place them out of use for many months and present the Black Sea Fleet with a significant challenge in sustaining fleet maintenance. The resulting explosion completely ruptured and peeled back a large area of the double-skinned hull. And while the extent of the internal damage is not evident externally, it is likely to have been so severe that the submarine will not be salvageable according to most experts. Russian media report a fire in Sochi at Rosneft's oil depot. According to some Telegram channels, a kamikaze drone hit a diesel fuel tank near Sochi International Airport. A diesel fuel tank was ablaze. The fire covered an area of about 100 square meters. Russia, one of the world's biggest oil producers, has faced shortages of fuel crucial for gathering the harvest in some parts of its southern breadbasket, and the situation may get worse in coming months. Traders said that the fuel market has been hit by a combination of different factors, including maintenance at oil refineries, infrastructure bottlenecks on railways, and the weaker ruble, which incentivizes fuel exports, and now Ukrainian attacks.
Никто с аэропорта не едет, ничего. Вот он аэропорт, ничего, да?
Ukrainian FPV drones sending a Russian abomination contraption back to the underworld where it belongs. Donetsk Oblast. This is the new Russian ballet.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.